You know it's a good package when you're crying at your own story, right? So today is all about purpose, and I feel no more aligned to my purpose than in this moment. My husband and daughter are on a plane right now going to Virginia on a college tour, and my youngest daughter, Layla, is here with me, seeing her mom shine on the stage. In alignment with our mission and our values of our family and our community. In addition to all that you saw, I'm also a women's leadership and business coach. And one of the things that I talk a lot about is how to rediscover your why. I can tell by the age of the group of the ladies in the room, we're all, in that middle section of our lives and up. And sometimes you do want to reconnect to your purpose and your why, right? And one of the things I learned through what we do is that if you look at your roots and where you came from, your ancestors, your community, your neighbors, where you grew up, and all of the different stages and phases of your life, and look at it, you'll start to see that there are patterns and trends that you can pick up, whether it was something that you did as a hobby, something that you did as a class, something that you did as a little side hustle or a little business or a volunteer. As you start following those little crumbs, it starts to align you closer and closer to your purpose. For myself, I grew up a child of community organizers. My father has a background about 60 years as a civil rights organizer in the Black liberation movement. My mom was one of the original OG feminists in Berkeley, California, that led the women's liberation movement. So community organizing activism is my background. I also come out of New York, and I'm also a fellow Jewish woman. My husband's family roots are rooted in evangelism and entrepreneurship. Raised by a single mom, 4 kids, grew up in South Central, created multiple businesses, always had spirituality at the center of what he did and what he learned as he grew up. So when we came together in 1997, it was a match made in heaven, but we also had that intersection of our purposes aligning, that community organizing, spirituality, social entrepreneurship. Fast forward 20 plus years, in our own community, we said, what can we do to give back in our own neighborhood? We created one cafe. Some of you guys came up to me today and said you've been there. If you were there when we first started, he and I pushed up our sleeves, as you saw in that package, and we were behind the counter every single day, greeting our customers, letting them know that they were worthy and valuable and needed something wonderful for them, by them, in their own community. They did not need to go outside of their community to get what they deserved. They could do it in their own neighborhood with people who were from their own community. It's very important. And our very first employee was Lanisa Williams, who was a previously incarcerated woman who was our barista trainer. She taught me how to make lattes. And she stayed on with us for 2 years until she left to start her own coffee company, right? And it was such a beautiful experience. Through the pandemic, with the growth we had through our foundation, the South LA Community Foundation, like they said, we fed now over 150,000 people. Today, Wednesday, if you have nothing to do and you want to come on over, where they're making bags right now, and at 3 p.m. we're going to feed over 1,000 people in our community today, okay? It is week 183, 183 weeks of feeding people, rain or shine, in our own community. Since we opened our first location, we now have 5 locations, okay? In 4 years, we're on track for our 5th location opening next month. We also got a contract with the Natural History Museum to expand our hospitality contract. So now we have catering, we have restaurants, we have all of these opportunities. We also just have a location at the Hollywood Bowl. But the reason I'm saying all of this is now we're on track to employing over 100 people, right? 100 employees for South LA Cafe from one location with my husband and myself and Lanisa. And now she is coming back full-time as the first cafe manager to open up our new location opening next month, and she will have equity partnership, okay? So I would love to just share our story to say, don't forget your purpose. We all are here on a planet for a reason, right? We have to reconnect to our why. If you stay in alignment with your why, your purpose, your passion, that's where we have the most impact, and that's where we can uplift others around us and hopefully create lots of jobs and employment for our community members as well. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you all come down to one of our cafes. Come on over and see what we do. Thank you very much.